right, hello, and welcome back to 10 Minutes of Astrology. My name is Shay. Thank you so much for watching your favorite Nostradamus wannabe who's going to keep it real with you. Please keep it real with me. And we are going to be discussing Venus in Sagittarius in 2027. Please remember to check my housekeeping in the comments and press all the buttons. Thank you. Okay. Venus, that's where I like to start because that's what this video is about love and relationships. Not just any relationships, but all relationships. Sagittarius. They are pop off at the mouth. They are the archers of the zodiac. They carry the arrows of truth. And they are not afraid to speak what they want to speak when they want to speak it. They don't care what you think about it. They're going to say what they need to say. Now, Venus here is how you love, which is really hard to get a Venus in Sagittarius to do in a healthy way because you have to keep them entertained for them to continue to love you and give you what you need. But if you can't keep them entertained, they're not going to stick around because they're going to get bored. And a bored heart and a heart that is not moving and a heart that isn't traveling and traversing the world and that isn't engaging is a broken heart, and they don't get their hearts broken. They're on to the next one. They are the la-di-da of the zodiac. They're the centaur of the zodiac, so they're gonna just trot on their merry little way. And the first alignment that we have here is a trine to Neptune and Aries. This is at 1 degree. So you're just learning about these new, very spiritual relationships that you're having. So we've had a lot of changes in our relationships that have come up, and the structure of how we view our spiritual relationships now is shining through. But this is a trine, which we're learning the way that we approach spirituality and how we love this. This is energy, this is the greater power, whatever you want to call it, whatever you attribute your soul to, and where your light shines from, and you on the inside, who you are as a person. This is also a very deep spiritual thing for you. And this is a new way of relating. This is exciting for sure. This is fire. There's a lot of passion here that we have in our hearts and in our souls in this journey that we're, it's really opening our eyes for the first time in a very beautiful way. We have an opposition then to Uranus in Gemini. So something random coming up with this relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Sagittarius is probably one of the luckiest signs of the zodiac. For all their caution to the wind that they throw, things just work out for them anyway. So Uranus here in Gemini, this random curveball might be for the better. It might be throwing a bit of luck in your direction. Now, it could be chaos. It could be throwing chaos in your direction. So whatever it is in your relationships that you're waiting for the curveball anyway, you're waiting for another shoe to drop, you're waiting for something good to work out, it's going to go in, it's either going to work out or it's not. And this is nothing you really have control over. This is something that's going to happen to you. This is something that is not really that you can avoid. It's just going to happen, and you have to accept kind of whatever is happening. And I would tell you to do it with grace, but Sagittarius is the least graceful of the zodiac. So if it's not in your favor, you could bounce back. I mean, just because they're accident prone doesn't mean that they don't move fast. Like, they can land on their feet, doesn't mean they do. So, yeah, this one's kind of up in the air for me. It can go in a lot of different directions here, and some of those directions are amazing and gonna really work out well. And for other people, those directions, it's gonna go in the opposite direction. But because we have so many positive alignments coming up, this is one of those, like, we go very up and very down throughout Pluto and Aquarius. And so I feel like this is one of those up moments, because when it's down, it's very down. So we have a sextile then to Pluto and Aquarius, which the relationship that we're having with the truth, the relationship that we are having with especially our friends and the group of people around us, the big things that are changing. This is really exciting. The whatever big larger group or community that you found yourself in, this is a really good, spontaneous, moving relationship that it's much bigger than you. It means much more than you. You're really involved in it, and you're finding your passions and here and things that matter to you and things that you're really interested in, especially intellectually and educationally. This is great. That whole group and community, it's very nurturing is not the right word, but it's exciting. It's good change. It's good things that you look forward to. We have a trine to Saturn in Aries, which our right way of doing things is meshing well with the relationships, with spontaneity that we have, and the relationships that we have with luck and our passions. And when it comes to Saturn, it just feels right. It feels like it's right for us. It feels like right place, right time, right people, right vibe. Like, this is very good. We have a square to Mars in Virgo, which is retrograde. Additionally, at this 10 degrees, we have an inconjunct to the moon in Taurus at this moment in time. I believe I put it at the thumbnail. The square is very difficult because your relationships and how you're acting is not on the same page, because remember, you're acting very critically and your heart just wants to bounce on and so you're like criticizing them as you bounce out the door, and you are laughing at that, you're finding it funny, your heart and this relational stuff that you've been dealing with is like, you're very lighthearted, you're bouncy, you're honest, you're forward, you're, screw them, screw everything that they mean, because Mars in Virgo is this critical action. So, like, as you're bouncing at the door, you're insulting them as you leave. Or that could be happening to you. Somebody else could be doing that to you. And in addition, we have an inconjunct to the moon. The moon is in Taurus. So how you view yourself is stubborn. You're staying put where you are with your values, with your standards. You're not moving. And if that's damaging this relationship, then this relationship needed to be damaged. And now the moon and Mars are going to be like in cahoots with each other, because we're trying to find a way to act for we think it's the right thing to do, and we're staying fast and you can't tell us. And so this is too, I understand this vibe, because on one hand, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. You need to let it go, but you don't need to tell them about themselves as you walk away. Just walk away. Like, you're rubbing salt in the wound here. Somebody is rubbing salt in the wound here, because you're grounded, you're fixed about this, you've made up your mind, you've done all the math, I get it. But and I get that if you've been hurt, you're more liable to hurt other people, but you still have to I'm a big lover. You still have to find the love in this. And if you can't do that because you're sassy, please don't forget, God be coming around giving out spankings this season. So we have a trine to Jupiter in Leo, which is retrograde at 23 degrees. And this is good because this big, flamboyant, even though it's backwards from how you would normally express yourself in these big ways and these larger scale things that yes are making you happy and are good for you, and you got more energy and you relate better, and like it's a lot of I don't want to underestimate the value of how big and beautiful this is. We have a trine to Chiron in Aries, which is our healing, and we're doing it for me and for us, and we might be traveling at this time, some relationship for our health. We may need to go to like one of those retreats where it's a self-help retreat or something. That would be a fantastic time to do all of this. Like, yes, it's a little more spendthrift. We ain't really thinking about our money. We're not thinking through our finances here by any means. This is impulse spending. This is, I'm gonna go heal me. I'm on my bad bitch. Like, all of that. Then Venus goes into Capricorn approximately February 4th, 2027. Thank you so much for watching. If you like all this stuff, you should press more buttons.